Alright, so in the video so far we've been introducing you to the nervous system and the kind of three key elements to your brain that are really essential for you to understand if you want to be able to make long-term, lifelong changes that you can stick to easily, and that will get you closer to the results that you really want to have. So we've been talking about the two parts of your nervous system, the one that brings you up, which is called the sympathetic, and the one that brings you down, which is the parasympathetic. And you're beginning to understand how crucially important it is to be more in the parasympathetic, chilled part of your nervous system, so that your body is able to communicate, heal and regenerate and act on itself. And that's the key thing with the parasympathetic nervous system, is that it allows your body to focus all of its energy on itself, so you're able to heal, recharge, recover and restore yourself, and get back to the full version of you. The sympathetic nervous system is the polar opposite. It prepares your body to work externally on the environment around you. So that's your stress response. It prepares you to fight, flight or freeze. So either get angry, irritable and wound up, get defensive, feel like a victim and feel that you can't do anything right, or be so overwhelmed with data that you don't know what to do for the best. So you end up doing nothing or putting things off until things are perfect, or until payday, or until such and such happens, or until whatever, all the stories that you tell. So when we start to think about stories, there's a really important part of your brain called the reticular activating system, or the RAS. Now this is essential for you guys to understand. Now basically this is a part of your brain that listens to the story that you're telling yourself, so that internal monologue about what you find hard, what you find easy, basically the story of your life and who you are. It listens to that story and it goes off and it seeks evidence to prove you right. So this is the part of your brain that if you tell yourself that you're really busy, it will go off and it will seek evidence to prove that you're really busy. If you say you've got no time, it'll find evidence to prove that you've got no time. If you want to see this in real action, if you buy a new car, suddenly you'll see your car or versions of your car everywhere. If you're expecting a baby or you have a new child, you'll suddenly see other expectant parents and new parents around everywhere as well. So your brain kind of gives you what you're looking for. If you tell yourself that you're not allowed to eat cake, guess what you see? Everywhere. So you'll see cakes and treats and everything, because your brain is just honed in to that thing that you've identified as being important. Whether or not you're trying to get more of it or to avoid it, your brain has gone, that's important, here it is, here's the evidence, here's the proof of it. So it's really important for you to think about the stories that you're telling yourself at this point. So if you're telling yourself that every single driver on the road is in a rush, rude and aggressive, that is all you're going to see, because that's all your brain is interested in. So you're going to just see more and more evidence to back up that story. If you tell yourself that your boss is an arse, even if he does 100 nice things, your brain will pick up the one thing that proves that point that he's a bit of an arse. So this is why your stories and your plan are really essential, that they're positive. And with your health, fitness and well-being, this is a mistake a lot of people make, in that they tell themselves that they shouldn't be doing things. Now if you think about things that you shouldn't be doing, you shouldn't be eating cake, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol, you shouldn't be drinking coffee, that's telling your brain that those things are important. And so your brain is going to hunt them out and show you examples of them every minute of the day, because it's deemed it to be important. If, however, you tell yourself that actually it's important to be eating more fruit and veg, to be drinking more water, all the positive actions, your brain will again tune into those sort of things as well. If you go through your day saying that health and fitness is easy and you enjoy it, your brain will seek out evidence that you do enjoy it. If you tell yourself it's hard, it's a struggle, it's painful, it's uncomfortable, well guess what, your brain's going to go find. So I hope this is making sense. Now this is again why I'm kind of starting now to tailor the plan more towards giving you guys choices. If we think about the three parts of your brain, the reptile, the animal, and the human, when you take away choice, when you say you have to go to the gym on Monday, you have to eat this, you can't eat this cake, you can't eat this food, you've got to force yourself to do this, do this, do this, well, that's taking away choice. So basically what you're then doing is you're caging your animal brain and you're taking away your freedom. So of course, it's gonna fight and you're not gonna want to stick to it because it's taking away your sense of choice and your sense of freedom. So everything that we do from here on in, you've got to believe that you really want to do it. And this is why it's essential that you've identified your own 3 budgets. So the survival budget. What can you do on the days where everything's going tits up? When it's just the worst day possible, what do you still do? What are the non-negotiables that actually you're going to look forward to and may even be the highlight of your day? Right the way through to that ideal 3rd budget, the kind of thriving list. So that's the real key thing today. I'm going to stop now because I can quite easily waffle on for ages. There'll be a post as well to explain this, but basically remember the reticular activating system, or the RAS, seeks evidence for whatever you're telling it. So the story that you're telling yourself, that part of your brain is going to go off, find tons of evidence, and then come back and go, there you go, you were right. So just be very, very careful, be very, very aware of the language that you're using and the story that you tell yourself. Any questions, as ever, post them up in the comments and I'll do my best to clarify for you.